I'm Sarah, the manager at Pet Vet Grooming Salon in Midwest City, and this is Liz. She's the assistant manager in the salon. We are going to go over today a few brushing tips for your puppies at home to help you get ready for your next grooming appointment. We're going to go over the priorities of brushing before their grooming appointment. It's a lot safer for the dogs. It's more comfortable for them. We're going to go over the main areas and keeping the coat clean in between your grooming appointments. So the first area you want to start with is the head. We're going to brush out the muzzle, and then moving from the muzzle, flip back the ears if they have them drooping, to the cheeks, get the insides of the ears, and then once that's all brushed out, we're going to go to the top of the head. All right, and then after that's ready, we're going to go back with a comb and check out what our progress was. If you get any snags, you need to go back through with the brush to get those out. And then once we're done with the head, we're going to move to the neck and get that all combed out. That's an important area since collars usually sit there and it creates a lot of tangles, especially behind the ears also. When you're at home loving your dog, you get these things called love mats, and we want to make sure that those are avoided because those areas are really tender for brushing. So if any case scenario, we might have to get those out. The safest option is always to shave those out. All right, once we're done with the neck, we go down to the chest. That's used if you have a harness on your puppy dog. You always want to get that area really good because that area mats up quite fast with wearing harnesses. And then once everything's combed back out, you always want to do comb from the skin to the tip of the fur to make sure you're not missing anything. And then after that, you want to move to armpits and then these front legs. So you always want to start from, you can start from either paw to shoulder or shoulder to paw, but you always want to make sure that you don't feel any snags when you're catching. Once you run out of snags, that's when you check with your comb. Once that's over with, you're going to go to the main body. So this belly area and then the top of the back. This is usually the best area that we see come in because a lot of the brushing is just top brushing up here, but always checking with the comb is your biggest helper really. All right, once we go to the back end, we're going to brush out these hips. This area right here is a very tangled up area. It gets lots of hair packed in there, so that's a really important area to focus on. And then going down to the thighs and then to the kneecaps, going right down here. Sorry. Getting inside of the thigh is really important as well, and then all the way down to the foot. And it's important to put them up on a high surface if they don't typically like the brushing. It gets them out of their element a little bit, and then that's easier to manage them. It's always helpful to have a friend there to pet them with you. And then the tail. So we go from base to tip, making sure there's no tangles, no knots, get any debris out of there. All right. And then check with your comb afterwards. Not every puppy dog is going to be in perfect condition whenever they come to the salon, and that's okay, but we will do what we can. At the end of the day, whatever is best for the animal and their safety. There's always the option to start over, but we will always work our hardest to get what you want done.